In today's Roblox video, we're going to be looking at the two mysterious Roblox games ever, Inferno Isles and Empyrean Isles. Both of these games have one thing in common, is that they teleport you to random places. Rather it be something completely harmless, or something completely weird and scary. Either way, me and my friends will be joining us to discover the mysteries of these games. Let's begin. This is Empyrean Isles, which we only found about 3 teleporters. The first teleport was right here by this hole. If you jump down, you'd be teleported to Inferno Isles. Then we found this weird spot with people underground. We didn't even know what it was, but you're gonna have to keep this in mind for later because it's important. Also, after no clipping, we found some weird fire underground. I have no idea. Also, if you're wondering why we're no clipping, this game just gives free admin for some reason. Second teleport is this shard right here. If you were to touch it, you'd be teleported to the sacred realm of the shard. After joining this game, I realized it was a fighting game. I realized that a band hammer and for some reason building tools. There was also a shard in the shop which costed 20 kills. I eventually bought the shard, and it really didn't do anything. After a little bit of exploring, I accidentally touched my friend and teleported him to nowhere. I was walking around and I realized, what if I touch my shard, it gets teleported to nowhere? After a little bit, I decided to join my friends and go to this nowhere place, which I saw a bunch of people in the middle of nowhere. I went to the crowd of people and asked them how they got here. A lot of people we asked said that they got here from Beston, which there's a badge in the game that teleports you here. There's also this weird guy we found that randomly said like a random code, and I really highly doubt that code is really even for something, but we wrote it down just in case. That marks the end of this chapter. And if you're wondering what the third teleport was for Empyrean Island, it was just a Stairway to Heaven game. This is Inferno Isles, the flip side to Empyrean Isles. You have a prey tool whenever you spawn in. Whenever you click it, it teleports you back to Empyrean Isles. There is this text in Arabic that translates to, "Welcome to Hell, 666 Devil." There is also this farmer NPC that whenever you touch him, he jump scares you and sends you back to Empyrean Isles. There is also a random ship in the water, but if you touch it, nothing happens, because the place teleport to the game is deleted. The game it was supposed to teleport you to was Bad Atlantic Cruise Ship, which if you played it whenever it's still up, it would teleport you to Inferno Isles. Then there's a random portal over here, which if you touch it, it will teleport you to a random city. This is also the same city you can find in Night of the Robot. After a little bit of exploring, I found an NPC called Account Deleted. There's a sign over here that says, "Funny child is blank." It did not want to give me a last word for some reason. The NPC right here says, "The spirit of the Atlantic has been lost." The other thing says, "Hail Satan." There's also a wall of people who've joined this game. The text also translates to the Visitors Council. There's also a guy right here, and his text translates to, "Welcome, welcome. Minutes flow." And this is the point where I stopped translating stuff because a lot of it is just gibberish. There's also this little mushroom guy, and if you touch him, he will blue screen you. Just wanted to say that. One of the first teleports I found is that volcano right there, and if you were to jump into it, you'd be sent to the game Hell. But we're going to keep that game for another episode because it's another huge rabbit hole to discover. I then jumped into this Mario pipe, which led me to this wall of text that said, "You'll see such pretty things." Pretty sure it's a reference to a TV hijacking that happened in 1987. Anyways, I touched the wall and it jump scared me with this weird creature thing. I then decided to go to this little fortress here and I translated these guys' names and they were just gibberish. By the way, if you wanted to know what this meant that a shark has spawned in the game, but it would usually die like 5 seconds later. And as I was exploring the cave, I found a huge secret. Do you by chance remember this area from Empyrean Isles? Well, I have found it in Inferno Isles. This time it looks a little bit different. There is now one new NPC and random parts lying around. Here's a little bit of a comparison to see what has changed. So basically, Empyrean Isles is a copy of Inferno Isles. Coming out of the cave, I also saw the fire we had saw earlier. Then there's this demon holding a banhammer. I'm pretty sure it's the same banhammer from Sacred Realm of the Shard. The entrance to the Hell game is right down there, but we're going to talk about that in another video. For some reason there's a Minecraft gas right here, and I have no idea why it's there. I went back to surface and decided to translate both of these people's names. This lady's name translates to North, Flow of the Light. And this girl's name translates to the remaining flow light of the matter. This is once again probably gibberish, but who knows, it could be something important. I saw this house underwater, so I decided to go inside. The front of the house says guest 666, and inside the house has guest 666. There's this basement you can hop into that leads you to this very big cave. I decided to explore it for like 20 minutes straight and I couldn't find anything good, so I just gave up. And I went to this island with a bunch of NPCs on it. After going on the island, I found another Arabic NPC. Its name translates to Magnets and Almala, which I thought was pretty interesting because there's an actual cemetery called Jannat Amulia. Then there's 3 NPCs over here. Their names translate to Nadish in the upper part, and every guy's name was sadly gibberish. There's also this summoning circle with this demon in the middle. Also, for some reason, the demon had angel wings. There's this text on a mountain right here that translates to X-Robe, which I have no idea what that could mean. After a little bit of exploring, I actually found the clock that was in the game's thumbnail. I forgot to mention, but I'm not going to go over everything in this game. But if you want to look at it for yourself, then a link is in the description. I then found some demons on this island. This guy's name translates to Soup Droll Monkey. And these 2 demon names translate to Master of the Devil, Legend of Evil. We are now going to the island in the back right. From the looks of it, there's a Jesus statue, a weird bunny thing, and more text to translate. Anyways, after going on the island, these weird zombies started chasing me. And when I translated the zombie's name, his name was sadly gibberish. Then, this thing called a Black Hiver jumped at me, but didn't kill me. Anyways, after that very fearsome attack, this tree didn't blue screen to me. But wait, let's go back and get a look at this tree. I actually found the same exact hat on Roblox. It's called a Gnarly Tree Gold Back Buddy. Which you might be thinking, what does this have to do with the game? Well, the item was made in 2024. And Inferno Isles was made in 2018. But was actually updated a couple months ago, which makes me think that there's still something to solve in this game. Why would it still be up for all these years? But anyways, time for the final part. If you were to walk down this boardwalk, an angel would appear behind you. You're able to outrun it. At the end of the boardwalk, there's this guy reading a book. His name translates to Gifts of the Hour. Now, if you let the angel catch you, he brings you to this jail cell. And this was actually added pretty recently. There's this body bag and a coffin right here. Then there's this creature staring at you that also blinks. Finally, there's this exit right here. Once you go into it, your screen turns white. After that, you spawn in a baby room for some reason. You can easily escape by jumping to the left. There's a TV right here that has 16 different channels. They consist of Caillou, the Water Channel, Elmo, The Grinch, Trollface, Dora the Explorer, The American Flag, Alex Jones, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Who's the Boss, Static, the film called Fury, Frosty the Snowman or someone's random face, Bananas, Color Bars, Barney, and the ESI Details channel. This channel is a reference to the game called Emergency Alert System. I'm probably going to talk more about that game in the second part of this series. Anyways, this is basically the end. I couldn't find anything else useful in the bedroom. Good job, you made it to the end of the video. And since you did that, I'm now going to ask you to like and subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed the video, that is. Anyways, in the next part of this video series, we're going to go over who Steven Burnside 405 is, and his weird wacky games. Well, this is the end. Bye.